Yeah, it's MrConectr. Hope you guys are doing good. I've got a quick one for you today. So up until this point, I've always thought that these new ISO 20022 standards were for entities only. You know, these fintechs and banks, they're going to be sending messages with the ISO or the ISO standards on them. And, you know, they may use cryptocurrencies, but as far as I was aware, that the standards were not built into the actual protocol. So we've got an exception here, it looks like. Marshall Hayner, this is from a couple of days ago, CEO of Metallicus. ISO 20022 is an international standard for payments and settlements between banks, institutions, and blockchains. This is a core component of the technology that will merge TradeFi with DeFi. Metal Blockchain and XBAR Network are the only two blockchains in the world that have it. And to me, that means it's built into the protocol instead of just an entity sending ISO messages using crypto. Looks like you can do that within the chain itself now. So let's check out the link here at the bottom. Marshall's posted. You've got the Metal blockchain, the layer 0, and the layer 1 XBAR network. Let's look at the XBAR network. Click on that link, and you'll see. You can't see that. Let me bring this down for you. There you go. XBAR network ISO 20022 landing page here. They've got a testnet built into the website here. You can see the previous transactions. And if I can get my head out of the way, you can see sender BIC, sender IBAN, recipient BIC, recipient IBAN, the amount, and the dates. So these are actually ISO terms, BIC and IBAN. I went to Grok to make sure. The identifier codes like BIC and IBAN in the context of these blockchains and their use in the ISO 20022 messaging. So both the XBAR network and Metal blockchain have achieved ISO compatibility. But here's the identifier codes. BIC is bank identifier code, which is an ISO standard code, a standardized code defined by the ISO 9362 standard. So that's when it came into fruition there from this earlier ISO standard. And then the IBAN, the International Bank Account Number. So we can go back to the page here, and these are ISO identifier codes. And it shows how you can do a transaction, the sender, bank identifier code, bank A, the sender international bank account number, which has customers. And I'm trying to get it where you can see that. I got it zoomed in too far, but anyway, you got sender BIC, sender IBAN, recipient BIC, recipient IBAN, the amount, and my page is zoomed in way too far, but the notes, and the collateral you can actually use. We're on the XBAR network. You can fill it in and use XBAR as the collateral. I guess that's the testnet, testnet that we're on, and it gives the current price of XBAR and the collateral required to send. I think it's got it set at a nickel there, 5 cents. The collateral is 6.6 78 XPR. So what does this all mean? Means that it's built into the protocol, right? That's what it looks like. So if we go back to Marshall's tweet, Metal blockchain and XPR network are the only two blockchains in the world that have it live. They have, let me scroll up, there you go. That have it live and it's built in to these two. So not just entities, it's built into the actual protocols, and the entities are going to be using these protocols. So it's built right into the platform. So there's a little difference there. There's a little confusion going on about the ISO standards. But there are two that have it built in. And there you go. What a powerhouse Metallicus is. And Marshall Hayner, a true American, guys. All right, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next one. MrConectr out, guys.